All right. The July 1st, 2019 Community Development Committee call to order, please. Roll call.
Alderman Moiseo?
Here.
Alderman Seeger?
Present.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Present.
Alderman Turner? Here. Alderman Florian? Present.
All right.
Here.
Approval of the minutes. Motion to approve the minutes of the Special Community Development Committee meeting of June 17th, 2019. Motion by Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Kirkwood. Any questions on the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Audience time. Do we have anybody from the audience that wants to speak about anything on this agenda? Okay. Old business. A, motion to approve or deny a liquor license request for Oh Wee Sweet Tea, number 29, located at 29 North Genesee Street, Waukegan, Illinois, 60085. Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Seeger. Any questions on this?
Question.
Yes, Alderman Taylor.
Somewhere around there, isn't there not a church that was running out of there? I thought Julie Contreras had a church or something there.
Noel could speak to that.
That church isn't a legally located church.
That's what I was
So,
wondering. Okay.
Yeah. So yes, they have been known to be there, but they're not in an appropriate zone.
Okay.
Okay. Roll call, please.
What's the motion?
To approve. Oh, sorry. Motion to approve liquor license for Oh Sweet Tea. Thank you, Alderman. Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Seeger. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian? Yes. Alderman Turner?
Aye, yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Abstain.
Alderman Seeger? Aye. Alderman Moiseo?
Aye. Thank you. Item B, motion to approve a liquor license request for Win-Win Restaurant and Bar, Inc., located at 30 North Genesee Street, Waukegan, Illinois, 6085. Motion by Alderman Seeger, second by Alderman Turner. Any questions on it? Roll call, please. Yes.
Beer and wine or?
No, liquor, full. Yeah.
Roll call.
Yep.
Alderman Florian? Yes. Alderman Turner?
Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Abstain.
Alderman Seeger?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
All right. Thank you. Item C, motion to approve a liquor license request for Great Lakes Burger and Bourbon, located at 1508 Washington Street, Waukegan, Illinois, 60085. Motion by Alderman Seeger, second by Alderman Turner. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian? Yes. Alderman Turner?
Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Abstain.
Alderman Seeger?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye. Thank you. And new business. Item 8, zoning calendar number 2584, 100 North Lewis Avenue. Conditional use permit for lighting at Weiss Field. Let's get this on the motion by Alderman Seeger, second by Alderman Turner. Any questions on this?
Yes.
Yes, Alderman Florian.
I attended the preliminary meeting, the zoning.
Yep.
Planning and Zoning Commission?
Thank you. And I have a couple of questions based on what I heard there. So the chairman of that committee, who was an acting chairman that night, said this will create a better condition of learning for our students. Can somebody, I was hoping somebody from the school would be here today. Can anybody explain to me how lights on a football field create a
I don't-
condition of learning?
Well, I don't know that would be. I can probably speak to this since I'm in this department at the school. I know the athletic director and the school district is very cognizant of a lot of the conditions that was set forth. Waukegan High School is the only school in the conference in Lake County that does not have lights.
I get that, but how does that affect the learning? Can you explain that to me?
It probably doesn't, but I don't know if their comment means anything.
Okay, I have another question. So someone also said it's an effective way for our town to prosper. Can someone explain to me how lights at the
Again,
football field?
I mean, I don't know how they're trying to sell it with those statements. I don't know, because I'm not that person, but I'm just telling you, as a 30-year teacher, we're the only school that doesn't have it. I know it makes our kids feel a little bit like second-class citizens. I'm not saying that's validated, but it does. It puts you more on an equal schedule with everybody else you play. The one thing that was very well thought out was that I know the neighborhood around there, that borders my ward and Alderman Kirkwood's ward, people were concerned about parking. We're willing to address that on nights of events that you cannot park on the side streets, you're gonna have to park at the high school. The high school of Brookside and Weisfield has plenty of available parking. Football games are either 4 or 5, depending on the year, usually. Those would be the latest probably events. Soccer games, they would probably have some soccer games at night, but soccer games usually start at 6 o'clock, so they're done by 8-ish. The lights would not be on that long. You might have them on for graduation there. That thing also, it was in the conditions in here. What would it even be in a while? It says conditions, where you could staff. Don't even know. Divide. So the school district is very aware of trying to be a good neighbor. Those other statements, I don't know who would make them or why you would make that. To me, that's not a selling point.
Alderman Mosio, maybe if I can add to this, being a educator and teacher in Waukegan for over 20 years and a coach, I think it's important that young people learn how to react at night games. In the 70s and the 80s, we brought in portable lights for games against the Niles School because of the religious situation that occurred in their school district. So certainly, night games will also help, in attendance, and certainly students need to learn how to be appropriate at night. Also, track meets can be run at night, so they're not in the heat of the day under the lights. So I think that's a selling point for young people to will be able to have groups of them together at night instead of just in the heat of the day. Certainly for those games with North Chicago, Zion, and games of that nature where you have a large attendance base. When I was the principal at North Chicago High School, Waukegan would come to North Chicago, and it was at night, and certainly because of where North Chicago is situated, right across the street from the police station, people were less likely to have issues, whereas in Waukegan, that not a concern. But certainly there was night games in the 70s and 80s, but it was costly. So I think that it's a learning opportunity in that way for our young people, especially with a school that size.
I have one more question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So on the application, one of the questions was, how will this affect the homes in the area? It's just a standard question on the application that everybody fills out. And they said that it's going to make the houses in the area more valuable because more people will want to come to Waukegan schools as a result of having Friday
I
night
don't
lights.
think that's true either.
Thank you.
But I mean, to me, all those are irrelevant. They're not, I mean, who made those statements?
Well, the school filled out the application, sir. They
Yeah,
answered that question that way.
And that probably, to me, that's probably not a very good selling point.
I would agree, and
You know.
and I think it's a ridiculous statement. I don't
Could
think it's
be.
true.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the conditions, I'm not gonna read them all, we all have got this document, but, no, there's gonna be no third party, so in other words, the school is just not gonna run them out to somebody else. They go through the staff did a good job of the conditions with this, so I mean, I think the conditions, and I've had talks with the athletic director, she's my boss, and I've had talks with the superintendent, and they both know that if there's, the first time that there's trouble, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna have to address it. Or it will, and the people up here that will address it will be me and Alderman Kirkwood, because it is in our wards. So we're both very sensitive to those issues. I know I am. I know Alderman Kirkwood, I talked to him about it too. But overall, I think it's a better experience for the kids at the high school. With that, do we have a motion yet? Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Seager. Any more questions? All right, roll call, please.
Sorry. Alderman Florian?
No.
Alderman Turner?
Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Yes?
Alderman Seager? Alderman Moiseo?
Aye, thank you. B, C, and D are all related to the bridge development out there. Zoning calendar number 2585, southwest corner of Waukegan Road and Burwood Drive, site plan approval per the McGaw Business District overlay. Motion by Alderman Turner, second by Alderman Kirkwood. Any questions on that? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian?
Yes.
Alderman Turner?
Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Yes?
Alderman Seager? Alderman Moiseo?
Aye. Item C, zoning calendar 2586, 1550 Bridge Drive, site plan approval for the McGaw District Park Overlay District. Motion by Alderman Turner, second by Alderman Kirkwood. Any questions on that? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian?
Yes.
Alderman Turner?
Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Yes?
Alderman Seager? Alderman Moiseo?
Aye. Item D, zoning calendar 2587, northwest corner of Waukegan Road and Lakeside Drive, site plan approval per the McGuire Business Park Overlay District. Motion by Alderman Turner, second by Alderman Kirkwood. Any questions on that one? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian?
Yes.
Alderman Turner?
Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Yes?
Alderman Seager? Alderman Moiseo?
Yes. E, motion to adopt an ordinance adding handicap parking at 840 McAllister Avenue. That's a typo. 843. Thank you, Chief. 843 McAllister Avenue. Motion by Alderman Kirkwood, second by Alderman Turner. Any questions on that one? Roll call, please.
Question.
Yes.
I guess I wanted just to hear policy on this because this has come up in my ward about people wanting a parking spot on the street, but they actually have a driveway for a handicapped person that's even closer, you know what I mean? And with all the crowding we have on the streets, this particular residence, I looked it up and it doesn't appear like they have it must be an alley driveway or something. So that's a little bit different story. But do we have a policy on how we determine
No.
if there's a driveway available or anything like that? Because what I don't want to do is make all this handicap parking on the street and then we can't get our snowplows through.
That's a good question, Alderman. We probably need to, in the past, we've just pretty much granted them. We've had a few taken out, then after, if they've been deemed that they don't live there anymore, they don't use them, they take them out. That is a question we need to probably deal with because we get requests for them. I have a couple in my ward that I don't know that they've been used. And again, I think people just do it because they don't want people parking in front of their house. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, Chief.
Alderman, just so you know, I mean, when these people.
Can you use the microphone? Because we're being taped. People complain about that.
Absolutely. Alderman, so you know, when people apply for this, we try to we always send the traffic unit out to this house to take a look at it. And this particular house is one that has alley access. It's not convenient for this
Right.
handicapped person to access the house in the rear, so that's why we would like to have them have the front access.
Okay.
But we do try to send someone out all the time to verify if they have a driveway, is it easier for them to be in the driveway, off the back alley, but this house is particular, the road is definitely.
Yeah, this one I wasn't worried about. It just made me think
But
of
yes,
policy.
We
and,
do go out and take a look and see what tries to make the most sense.
And do we have a follow-up policy that, like every couple of years, we need to check on those? I mean, I'm
That's a
assuming we
great-
don't because it's become overwhelming for us.
That's a great question, and I can't answer that, but I'm gonna suspect we probably do not. It's probably something we could consider doing, yes.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Alderman Taylor,
Yeah,
you
Alderman.
mean a time span? Time limit?
No. It's like if somebody's had it and then they pass, how do we know that, like, there's still a handicapped person in that house? I mean, once we issue the handicap parking spot, I'm assuming we don't do follow-up on it.
I've had actually a couple follow-ups in my ward, but that I've gotten taken out, I got one I gotta work on now, but I mean, we probably need to get some.
Some
a
kind
better
of
system.
policy on
Something-
that.
We need a
that-
better system on how we do it,
Right.
correct? For sure.
Something
I mean, I
like
don't
that.
know if it has to be the police department or if it's some other department we could put it to,
It
but,
could be the alderman, it could be code, it could be the, it could
Right.
be anybody that says, hey, I drive by this house every day and I never ever see a vehicle parked in a
Right.
handicap spot. Let's check into it, type of thing.
yeah.
I mean, that'd just be like that, maybe, I don't know.
Thank you.
We have motions. All right. All right, roll call, please, then.
Alderman Florian?
Yes.
Alderman Turner?
Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Yes?
Alderman Seager?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye. Item F, motion to adopt as presented an ordinance amending chapter 21, parking prohibited at all times on specific streets. Motion by Alderman Turner, second by Alderman Kirkwood. Any questions on this one? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian?
Yes.
Alderman Turner?
Yes.
Alderman Kirkwood?
Yes.
Alderman Seager?
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo?
Aye. Thank you. One quick comment,
Chapter 21.
and maybe the clerk can help us on this, because I had a question. Now that so people come to us for liquor and gaming, correct? They come to us, and that's why we had this here. They're gonna come to us to the committee. We have to vote it out of the committee so they can go to council, right?
Right, which is what you did.
Right.
That's correct, and, which we didn't do last time, that's why you're seeing it for the
Correct,
second
okay.
time. So it'll go, because I talked to
Yes.
you, it is on the regular agenda
Okay.
tonight. In addition, though, because we didn't have enough time to do the resolutions, they will come back next time as a resolution and be voted on. But it gives to the attorneys, they know where the people can move
So
forward.
these guys, these liquor licenses won't be ready till the next?
No, I think it's the official, they'll do an official resolution on them.
Okay.
But they will move forward now based on the vote in the regular council.
Okay. All right, got it. I mean, at the end of the day, it just matters what happens on the council. That's all that matters, but
Right.
we're trying to keep consistent with what we're doing so businesses and everybody knows that we're
Yes,
buttoned up.
it'll move forward, but the resolution will be on next time. And next time, I mean, we're all trying to button it up.
That's fine. I just wanted to clear up something. Okay? With that said, motion by Alderman Seager, second by Alderman Kirkwood to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you.